So I finally played Detroit Become Human in 2025. I know I'm very, very late, but better late than never, right? Let me tell you what it's like to experience this emotional roller coaster for the first time. Spoiler free, of course. Detroit Become Human is a narrative-driven, choice-based game from the developers Quantic Dream. This was originally released back in 2018. You play as three androids, Connor, Kara, and of course Marcus. And every choice you make changes the story. And when I say every choice, I mean every little choice actually changes the whole storyline. I played this on the PS5, and let me just say, even all these years later, this game still hits hard. First off, the story, mwah, it's deep, it's emotional, and it constantly had me second guessing myself. 1 minute, you're a peaceful android nanny. The next, you're making life or death decisions. And those decisions had me staring at the screen like, what have I just done? Did I just ruin everything? And of course, the characters. The characters are insanely well written. Way better than I expected. Connor is actually badass. Whereas Kara's story, it blew me away. And Marcus, another epic story. But the thing about this game, I actually cared about all three, which when you think about it, it's kind of sad, but that's how gripping the game is. The visuals of this game, even in 2025, the game looks amazing. The facial animations, the lighting, the environments, it all still holds up. Some cutscenes even look better than some modern games, which is absolutely mental. And like I said, the choices in this game really, really matter. Unlike some games that say your choices matter, well, Detroit actually delivers. I've been on and checked my flow chart after every chapter, and I'm actually sat there thinking, wait, I could have done something else. I wonder what would have happened if I'd have done this instead of doing this. And you sat there like, what? With that being said, no game is perfect, and now it's time for the downsides. Unfortunately, controls to me can feel a little bit clunky, especially during those quick time events. At times it felt like I was fighting the controller more than making my decisions. Also, most of the choices feel like they make an impact, but a couple of moments kind of felt a bit forced, like the game wanted me to pick a certain path even if I didn't want to. What I will say is that was very, very rare. And yeah, there are a few overly dramatic scenes that kind of go full soap opera, but you know what, that is part of the charm of the game. When you're playing a game, you want a bit of drama. With this game, let me tell you, there was one moment, and I won't spoil it, but something happened during Kara's story, and I had to straight up, I'm not kidding you, pause the game, because I was watching the cutscenes and all of that, making the choices, and I found myself getting so angry, I had to leave the room. That's how intense it gets. And then I made a choice and thought, no way, I've made the wrong choice. And I couldn't go back. So I paused it again, and I'm sat there thinking, what is happening? But it is filled with moments just like that. So the reason you're all here is Detroit Become Human, still worth playing in 2025. Absolutely. If you like games where story, choice, and character development are all front and centre, this is a must play. Is it perfect? No. But it is memorable. It's the kind of game that sticks with you, and it made me feel actually sorry for these robots in a game, or androids, whatever you want to call them. And certainly, I'd have gave this game an 8.5 out of 10. But you know what? I'm going to bump it up to a solid 9 out of 10. It gets bonus points for that emotional damage. that I'm still feeling right now. This isn't normally my type of game, but I was hooked. It is definitely worth playing. So let me know if you have played Detroit Become Human. What happened to your androids? And if you still haven't played it yet, what are you doing? If you've got a PlayStation, it's free. Definitely give it a go. And if you're playing on other platforms, it's still very cheap, being an old game. More game reviews, hidden gems, and emotional breakdowns coming very soon. If you don't want to miss any of that, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button. And if there's a specific game you want me to check out, shut it in the comments down below. And join me next time as we open the vault and unleash another hidden gem. And until then, laters.